Hello everyone, today I'm showing you how to make this shooting star necklace. So here's what the choker looks like in full. You've got the three that connect on this side and the one that connects on that side. It's just 3 strings all the way across, and I'll be showing you how to make all of this today in this video. So let's get started. For materials, we're going to need some sort of star bead. You're going to need whatever color seed beads you want to use. You're gonna need some super glue. That one's even on theme. And then you're gonna want all these pieces. So I will link these in the description, but you're gonna want one of these hooks. You're gonna want a ring. You're gonna want an extra ring. And then you're gonna want these 2 guys that you can squeeze down or something similar. And I'll show you how we use that along with the super glue to secure. I forgot to mention, but of course you'll also need some thread and scissors to cut it, and a beading needle. So this one is a beading needle where the eye becomes bigger, so it's easier to get strings in there. You can also use a normal, just small needle with an eye if your string fits through it. So I'll start with this one. But we're going to cut out 3 pieces of thread, and I'm going to measure them around my own neck to see how big I want them to be. So however big you want it to be, measure it around your neck. So if you want it to be pretty loose, you're gonna wanna make it bigger, longer. If you want it a tight choker, you're gonna make it shorter. And then you're gonna add 1 to 2 inches to it. And so that way we have room to tie on the end. So now that I've measured out my first piece of thread, I can just copy that with the rest of my pieces. So put the ends next to each other and pull it and cut there as well. Oop. So we're gonna cut out 3 of those. And then we're going to start out by taking the top of these 3 and we're going to tie it in knot. So I'm making a little loop and pulling that knot tight. Now I'm gonna do this a couple of times so that I make that knot bigger. Because the bigger it is, the easier it will be to super glue into this piece, which is what we'll be doing next. Okay, so I've tied that knot pretty big. There was a loop that got stuck. I'm just gonna leave it because it doesn't really matter. So then we're going to secure it into this little piece right here. So you're gonna balance your knot in the middle, and then I'm going to take pliers. I'm going to squeeze one side down. There we go. So one side is secured underneath that. Then I'm going to take some sort of paper so I can super glue it without ruining my desk. And I'm going to put some super glue where you can still see the string and on the piece. So usually I don't add that much super glue. That's actually kind of a lot. So I'm going to remove some with this staple I have. Just something you don't need. Okay, and then I'm gonna let that dry a tiny bit, but then I'm going to pinch down the other side. I don't want to get super glue on my pliers, that's why I'm waiting a bit. So then I squeeze that pretty tight. As you can see, that is going to secure, and it's going to make sure the knot doesn't slide around, because sometimes with this string and these kind of clamp things, it can move around. But this one should stay because I've super glued it pretty well. So we're gonna let that dry, and then we'll move on with the rest of the bracelet. Now that that super glue has dried, we can cut off the excess string at the top. And then I got some paper stuck to the back because of the glue, so I'm just gonna peel that off. Okay, now I've got my 3 strings I'm working with. Again, they're about a little longer than a foot. They don't need to be exactly this long, but I always like to have excess just so I have enough to work with. Okay, and now I'm going to start by stringing the 3 different rows with my background string. or my background bead color. So for that last one, I used this dark purple. For this one, I'm going to use this dark blue. And then I'm going to be using silver for my star color. You can also play around with doing multicolor star trails, whatever you would call those. But yeah, so let's get started. I'm going to start on this bottom row because whatever the bottom row is, we're going to do slightly shorter for the next row and then slightly shorter for the top row. So we get that effect where they just hang and they're not all right next to each other. So I'm going to take the end of this string and I'm just cutting it so it's easier to thread in my needle. I'm going to thread it through the eye of my needle. There we are. And then I'm going to string quite a few beads onto this bottom one. If we're copying exactly what I did in this string, then in this one we have about 160 of these dark purple beads. Now, if I were you, I wouldn't want to count that. So we're just going to do a good amount. And another way we could look at the measurement of how many beads we put onto it is, I would say that, let's see which one's the longest one. I would say that I have about 9 to 10 inches of this darker color. So once I have added the amount that I want, I'm going to switch to silver and I'll meet you at that point. Okay, now I have a good amount of that string filled with these dark beads. Now, it doesn't necessarily matter how many, as long as it's roughly this much. That's about the length of my hand. It's kind of just like general, whatever you're feeling. The only important thing for this necklace is that you're going to have this row be slightly shorter and then that row be slightly shorter, because those will be on the top. It's kind of confusing right now because it looks like it's on the bottom. But you're going to want it to be the longest on the bottom, then the second longest, and then the shortest on the top. And that is going to make it so that it hangs like you want it to. So I've got my dark beads, and now I'm going to add my light beads, which I am going to be using silver. So now I'm going to do the same thing that I did before, just adding beads onto the string. I'm going to be doing less than I did before, but it's still going to be a pretty good amount. So I'll show you when I'm done with this how many I will have on this section. Okay, so now this is about the length I want it. We can always change this later because we're not going to finalize anything yet. So for now, I am going to be sticking my needle with this string through my star bead. So usually star beads will have an opening down in between like this triangle, and then they'll have another opening at the top like that. So I'm going to go through that bottom part, and then this will be the leading point of our star. So there we are, finished with that. So I'm going to pull that needle out of that string, and I like to use a little clip guy to just secure the end so that it's not sliding around while I'm working on my other strings, but that is not necessary. So now I am going to start on my next string over. I'm going to be beading it all the same, except it's going to be shorter than this one. So I'll make it probably either this or that much shorter. So somewhere in between those two. And then we're going to be doing the same amount of shortness with this small one, same percentage. So I'll take off like 5 beads or 6 beads depending on how long I'm taking off of this one. Again, it's not exact. I know it's kind of complicated, but it's not exact, so just kind of go for it. And you can always change it after, because we're not tying anything to the star yet. You can always change it out and see what you like best. Okay, so I finished this. You can see that it's kind of bent. So it might look like it's longer on here, but if I were to line it up exactly with this one, you can see it's shorter. So, like, yeah. So now I'm going to make the silver part shorter as well. We're going to add that. Okay, So now I have the silver all the way to that end, and I'm going to unclip this string and I'm going to string it through the star again. So then we have both of those. I'm gonna pull those tight through the star, because then I can clip it again and it'll hold it in place while we work on our last string. So now I'm going to put beads on the last string. Again, I'm gonna make the blue side shorter and the silver part shorter. And then we will string it through the star bead, and then we will move on from there. Okay, now I've gotten that one done. So now is going to be the time to thread that last string through the star bead, and then I'm going to pull all of them, and I'm also going to clip it again just so I can reference how all of it looks together. Okay, so I'm going to like let gravity do its thing. It's kind of hard to see at this angle, but it looks like this when it's hanging. So I can decide whether or not I want to take out some beads from this middle one, which might be the play. So I'm gonna unstring this one. And then I'm just gonna take off some of the silver ones. I don't see the need to balance them out with the blue, really. And then I'm going to put it back through that star bead. So now I'm gonna look at how that looks again. Okay, I like that a lot. So it's pretty even when it's all pulled out. And so you can see sometimes it wraps around like that. Don't worry about that right now. Right now, just worry kind of about how it hangs. And then if you're happy with it, we're going to unclip this and we're going to put all three of these strings into one needle. So this is where a beading needle comes in handy. So this one has a big eye at the top that I have previously squished together. So I'm going to just pry it open slightly. I'm gonna get all three beads in here, or all three strings in there. And then I am going to string on some more blue beads onto all of these strings. This star to the end, so all these beads are pulled to the end. And then we're gonna add a bunch of these blue beads onto all three strings. We're going to do this until we reach the desired length of our necklace. So what you're gonna do once you've put quite a few beads on here is you're going to check by just wrapping it around your neck and seeing and looking in a mirror and seeing if it falls how you want it to. And then you have the chance to change it or make whatever changes you want to it before you finish it off. So I'm gonna finish doing that. Just do a pretty long measure on your neck and then we'll come back. Okay, so now I have that as long as I want it to be. So I'm going to take my thread at the end. I'm gonna make sure it's pulled all the way so there's no excess string. And then I'm gonna go underneath it and through that top bead in a circular motion like that. And then pull it through. And that's just gonna secure that bead. So then I'm gonna pull this thread out of the needle and I'm just gonna tie a couple of knots right here so that our clasp that we're about to add has something to hold on to. And we have something to glue it to. So again, we're gonna be using this piece right here. So I'm just wanting to make something for it to hold on to, some knot of some sort. And I'm going to, again, use this paper underneath it so that I don't get super glue on my table. I'm going to take this and slide it underneath the string right here, right next to the bead. You want it as close as you can get it without it actually being in the bead. And then you're gonna put some super glue right on top of that string. let that sink down for a second. You can even use something like how I'm using this paper clip to stick it to the bottom and readjust so that it's closest to the beads as you can get it. And then I'm going to squeeze this a little bit so that the super glue is hidden, so I won't get super glue on my tweezers. And then I'm gonna squeeze it and then go to the other side and squeeze it. I said tweezers, I meant pliers. Okay, so I'm gonna let that dry and then I'm gonna cut those strings again like I did at the beginning. And then we're gonna finish up the bracelet. How exciting! Okay, so once the super glue is dry, we're gonna come in here and cut our string as close as we can. There we go. And so now we are going to take these loops and we have our hook right here. And we're going to be adding those to these little clamp guys we made. So I'm just gonna open that up with my pliers, stick it through the hole, and then close up my circle. Okay, and then I'm gonna do that to the other side as well. I'm gonna add a loop. Now, depending on which direction you want this to go, you'll switch which side you're adding this on, but whichever side you want the hook on, you're gonna add it as you're closing the loop so that you don't have to open it back up and add it. Like, it's not the end of the world if you do, but this way you only have to do it once. And then we are finished. So it's kind of hard to see the whole effect unless it's on someone. I'm not very dressed up today, but I'm gonna show you what it looks like. It's a little bit hard to see the blue because it matches my shirt, but we've got our super cool, it's kind of cool that it blends in actually, because it just looks like I'm wearing a shooting star. But yeah, there's our shooting star necklace. It turned out quite well. Again, you can make this in whatever colors you want, and don't get discouraged if it looks kind of weird just while you're holding it, because obviously the effect is what you get when you're wearing it. Anyways, thanks for watching. Have a great day and check out the rest of my beading tutorial videos on my channel. Bye.